Good evening, y'all. This is Bubba Fett here with another video of mine. This video I'm going to show you my get home bag, or my GHB. It's basically just a simple satchel. It's a NATO issued command pack that back in the 80s and 90s was issued to NATO commanders and over here in North America and in Europe. Basically it's big enough to hold a pair of binoculars, some maps, a compass, and some other directional tools in here. Codes, whatever a commander would need out in the field, is assuming the Soviets or the Russians invaded Europe. Well, we all know that didn't happen, so there's a lot of these items were sold at surplus, which is where I got this bad boy around locally here as a surplus item. The stamps inside say this was used by a German commander over a German NATO commander in Europe. Obviously the Soviets or the Russians never invaded Europe, and he never had a need for it, so I picked this bad boy up probably about 10 years ago. I paid maybe $3 for it, and it's held up really well over the years. I mean, the black has hardly ever faded, and this guy goes down to work with me every day on the back of my motorcycle. If you watch some of my previous videos before, you'll remember that I do take a motorcycle almost every day, rain or shine, unless the roads are flooded or there's like gale force winds. I don't really take my truck. Motorcycle saves gas, and it basically gives you time to think. It is a little bit dangerous. I do take safety precautions. I've been trained. I've taken the special motorcycle training courses. All the basic courses I've taken, and I really want to take the advanced ones, and I probably will in the next couple of years. But let's get back to this get home bag, or GHB for short. This bag has been designed to get me to 30 miles from work back home. It's designed for every possible contingency between home and work that I could think of. I took into consideration I might have to flee work, abandon my motorcycle, and hike home if the roads are blocked, or if there's some kind of like an EMP blast or something that takes the starter out of my bike and I can't fix it, then I'm going to have to walk home. Or let's say there's like massive civil unrest and I have to basically take my bike off road and kind of like hide out in the woods for a day or two. While this bag is designed for 24 hours, I could possibly stretch it out and make it last even longer if I had to. But enough talking, let's get to the good stuff. Alright. This bag does contain some items that I'll cover in other YouTube videos. The purpose of this video is just to show you my get home bag and what I have in here. And it's basically designed the way I have it designed. I've seen other get home bags that are huge. This is perfect for the back of a motorcycle. If you drive a vehicle, a four-wheeled vehicle, a car or a truck, then your get home bag's probably a little bit bigger. But for a motorcycle, this is perfect for me. All right. In this first pouch right here, I have my Altoid survival tin. This is one of the items we'll cover in another YouTube video at another time. But this thing, I just simply love it. I got the idea of doing this from other YouTube videos, and we'll have to go into this in another video. This is a little pill box I got from Target. They're regularly $1, but we got them on clearance for 25 cents. They come in packages like this, and they're in the dollar bins at the front of the store. And again, they're about 25 cents here in Florida. They were $1. They're watertight. I don't know if you can see the seal around here, and they really snap shut. And I was really looking for one of these to hold my pills, because my Altoid tin, while it has a little bit of medicine in there, it doesn't really hold enough. And I'm going to go through this real quick. On the top of the lid, I wrote out exactly what I have in here. I have Bayer aspirin right there. I have Tylenol, and that's easy because some people are allergic to aspirin, so they need Tylenol. Personally, I prefer aspirin over Tylenol, so I have aspirin for me and Tylenol for other people if they need it. I have vitamin C, which is essential when you're stranded out, possibly in freezing conditions or damp conditions where you might get sick. You do not want to get sick when you're in a SHTF situation. So I have vitamin C and echinacea. I have cranberry pills right here, and I bet you're saying, why the hell do you have cranberry pills? Well, U.S. troops are issued cranberry pills in situations where they're in the jungle and they have to drink possibly tainted water. This stuff really helps your urinary tract out so you don't get some kind of like weird bladder infection from drinking that water. So I have these cranberry tablets. And right here, these are acid reducers. Currently, my kit is mostly comprised of canned sardines for the moment. I don't have any MREs or homemade MREs. So I've eaten canned sardines before, and sometimes they upset my stomach and sometimes they don't, but in the wilderness you don't want to make a chance. The last thing you want to be doing is leaving a lot of human waste behind you or passing out from dehydration because you are basically crapping your pants because you ate some sardines that might not have agreed with you. This is where these acid reducers come in. Alright. Any good get home bag will have one of these. This is a Ruger 380. I do have a Florida concealed weapons permit. And since you don't know who I am or where I live or anything, I'm not violating any of the unspoken rule of having a concealed weapons permit, which is basically don't tell people you have one. But since you don't know where I'm at, where I live, or what I look like, then I'm fine just showing that off real quick. It holds 6 rounds in the magazine, plus I have 1 in the chamber, so we'll keep that right there. I got some Wendy's crackers that I picked up. This little bad boy right here. This is a this is an all-in-one mess kit. It has a fork, a spoon, knife, can opener, a corkscrew, a screwdriver, everything you can need. It's a German issue mess kit tool. It comes apart in the middle, and I'll really have to show it off later, but put that right there. Mossy Oak LED flashlight. A little bit more Wendy's crackers. There's 3 of them in total. Alright, right here I have 2 cans of sardines. One is in light oil with smoked, and the other one's in mustard. I have an extra sandwich bag in here, and I have the extra sandwich bags to mix up this hot snack, which is a slice and boff for organic broccoli. Basically, you just add water to it, stir it up, add hot water to it preferably, and it makes like a broccoli type meal. Really good stuff. I've tried them out before. My plan is to eat the sardines, put some water in here, put it over a campfire, get the water hot, put the broccoli in the sardine can. There's that. There's the other Wendy's cracker. That one got kind of crunched up in there. This is my rain gear. It's basically a garbage bag. It has a garbage tie around it. It has 2 things of matches, and I've dipped the tips of these matches in wax to make them waterproof. It has a hard candy, which most MREs do have. Got myself a hand warmer. Again, even in Florida it can get cold at night, and let's assume I'm stranded in the winter. I'll have these hand warmers. During the middle of summer you won't really need them too much, but in winter you might. I have this handy dandy notepad that I picked up at a trade show. Comes with a pen. Has plenty of room. In a survival situation, it's really essential that you have some way to kind of make notes of what's going on around you, kind of keep a diary, kind of keep your sanity. You can also map stuff out, write down stuff that's occurring, or basically just write notes to your loved ones if it's a really bad situation. If they find you, they could find notes, you know. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad though. And then I have this stainless steel thermos, and as you can see, it fell off my motorcycle once, but it, all in all, it holds together pretty well. The top comes off as a cup. It's plastic lined, so I can't really heat that up if I wanted to, but it could hold water. I could fill this up with some water from a water fountain before I leave work, and then use this to ration my water out. And I believe that's about it. Oh, I do have another ink pen. So that's everything in my get home bag. Now your get home bag might be different than mine based on where you work, how far you live away from home. Your bag might be smaller, it might be bigger, you might not even need one. For example, my wife stays home with my son, so she doesn't really need one. I work about 30 miles away, so I kind of need one to get home. And this bag has been designed by myself to get me the 35, or to be about the 35 miles from work to home in the event of a SHTF situation where there's, let's say, a EMP blast, the economy collapses, and the roads are clogged with looters, or some other kind of freaky thing happens where I have to rush home, and I might end up getting stranded out in the woods, or who knows. But basically, I've prepared for many of the contingencies. I've prepared for a violent contingency if I have to. I prepared with medicine. I can't wait to show you what's inside this little guy. I'm very proud of this. I prepared for nighttime. I got matches. And you might be asking yourself, where is the accelerant? Well, in my area of Florida, there's pine trees everywhere. Even wet pine needles will catch on fire. And I can take some paper out of this notepad and use that as an accelerant with the pine needles if I have to. I do have a candle and a crayon in here I could use as well for a source of light or for accelerant if I have to. But yeah, that's everything in my get home bag. Like I said, I'll post some more about the Altoid tin at another time. But again, I can't say it enough. I highly recommend that you at least have some kind of preparation in your vehicle to ensure that you can make it from work to home in the event of an emergency. And the further you work from home, the more, the better of an idea it is to have something like this. Because you can't, when something goes south, at that point it's too late to say, well, let me go down to the store and get this stuff. The store is either going to be shut down, it's going to be overrun, or it's going to be stripped bare of supplies. So you need to act before something happens. Well, this is Bubba Fett with this video, and it's time to wise up and rise up. God bless.